Gift of the Givers Foundation in Malawi between the 6th and 8th of November 2011 carried out a meat distribution exercise to vulnerable families in the lower Shire districts of Chikwawa. This exercise is conducted for 3 days, from the 11th to the 12th day of the month of Zulhijjah, during which cows, lambs, camels, goats and sheep are slaughtered universally in commemoration of Prophet Ibrahim's willingness to sacrifice his beloved son Ishmael. During the exercise, which has become an annual event, the Gift of the Givers Foundation slaughtered hundreds of heads of cattle and distributed the meat to over 10,000 vulnerable families around Chikwawa district. Gift of the Givers Foundation also undertakes this noble tradition on behalf of many individual families and organizations under well-planned operations, solely with the view of ensuring that the Qurubani meat is distributed to as many deserving people as possible. To this effect, Gift of the Givers constructed a permanent structure for Qurubani operations in Chikwawa district. This structure has sections, each handling specific activities, right from slaughtering through skinning, the packing and loading bay. During this period, Gift of the Givers employs many people in order to ensure that they also benefit from the project and are able to alleviate problems they face in their homes. In addition, they are also looked after in terms of food. Procurement of the cattle began 4 months prior to the event through Brother Gafar Issa, a prominent resident of Chikwawa who specializes in cattle business.
Allahu Akbar.
This year's Qurubani operation started with the Eid al-Adha prayers right at the Qurubani structure.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.
This year's operation also attracted representatives from the Turkish community who participated in the Qurubani exercise. Despite the scarcity of livestock in Malawi due to the current foot and mouth disease, selection of the cattle was properly carried out in terms of health and size. The workforce, right from the beginning, worked very hard and very much organized. As usual, various equipment was put in place to ensure a smooth Qurubani operation. Water browsers, trucks and pickups were put in place to ensure effective movement during the meat distribution exercise. Arrangement of the activities was well organized, overseen and carried out by dedicated personnel that performed well beyond expectation. The chairman of the Gift of the Givers in Malawi, Mr. Abdul Gafar Jakura, and his family were in attendance to give support and encouragement to this noble occasion. After the meat had been prepared, it was packed and put on trucks ready for distribution. At the distribution points, thousands of people gathered to receive the Qurubani meat. This was the most hectic of operations, but the team managed to cool off the people and have the meat distributed in an orderly manner. The beneficiaries appreciated the donation with song and dance. At the site, more and more trucks were being loaded ready for distribution. And at the distribution points, more and more people queue to receive this donation from the Gift of the Givers. In Malawi, most of the vulnerable and poor people live in remote areas. Gift of the Givers Malawi chapter chairperson Mr. Abdul Gafar Jakura gave specific instructions to the distribution team to reach the remotest areas and distribute the meat to those vulnerable people. Some of the roads leading to these areas were impassable. Trucks carrying meat got stuck in the mud, but still the distribution team never gave up, working tirelessly to ensure that the Qurubani meat reaches the most vulnerable people. People from surrounding areas were always at hand to help out whenever the trucks got stuck. They were given parcels of meat in return to their kind assistance. Finally, the truck is back on the road, and the journey continues to reach the most vulnerable people. At the distribution points, the elderly and the disabled were given priority on the queue. Since the establishment of the Gift of the Givers Foundation in Malawi, meat distribution during the Islamic month of Zulhijjah has continued to bring excitement to so many poor families. Best among people are those who benefit mankind, and the Gift of the Givers Foundation continues to live by its motto.